A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in U.S. politics, a federal judge has temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's sweeping order to pause federal grants and loans. This decision comes at a crucial time as the Trump administration had announced the funding freeze to conduct an ideological review aimed at uprooting progressive initiatives across various sectors. The ruling by U.S. District Judge Loren Ali Khan, who was appointed by former President Joe Biden, was issued just moments before the funding freeze was set to take effect. The stay will remain in place until Monday afternoon, and it specifically applies to existing programs that are crucial for local governments, schools, and nonprofit organizations nationwide. Administration officials justified the funding halt as a necessary measure to ensure compliance with Trump's recent executive orders, which include controversial moves such as increasing fossil fuel production and removing protections for transgender individuals. However, the vagueness of a memo issued by the Office of Management and Budget left many politicians and citizens confused about which programs would be affected. This uncertainty has raised alarms across the country, especially among organizations that rely on federal funding. For instance, the Shawnee Mission School District in Kansas expressed concern over the abrupt nature of the funding freeze, which they described as coming out of the blue. The implications of the funding pause are vast, as even temporary interruptions could lead to layoffs and delays in public services. Advocacy groups have come forward to challenge the legality of the funding freeze, arguing that it could devastate essential services. Jessica Morton, an attorney for the National Council of Nonprofits, highlighted the anxiety among her clients, stating that many were worried about having to shut down operations due to the funding uncertainty. In response to the judge's ruling, Democratic attorneys general from 22 states and the District of Columbia have filed their lawsuit, aiming to block the administration's efforts permanently. New York Attorney General Letitia James characterized the funding freeze as reckless, dangerous, illegal, and unconstitutional. The Trump administration has defended its actions, asserting that programs providing direct assistance, such as Medicare and Social Security, would remain unaffected. However, organizations like Meals on Wheels, which depend on federal funding to deliver food to the elderly, expressed deep concern over potential cuts. The lack of clarity surrounding the funding freeze has created a state of chaos, with many seniors left in panic over their food security. The National Science Foundation has also postponed grant application reviews, further illustrating the widespread impact of the funding freeze. Republican leaders in Louisiana are seeking clarity to ensure that the financial stability of their state is not compromised. Senator Patty Murray of Washington criticized the administration's actions, warning that they would wreak havoc in red and blue communities everywhere. This situation follows the recent resignation of Special Counsel Jack Smith, who had been investigating Trump, adding another layer of complexity to the current political landscape. The full extent of the administration's review is detailed in a 51-page spreadsheet, which lists various government initiatives and poses questions regarding their compliance with Trump's directives. The stakes are high, with trillions of dollars potentially under review. The acting director of the Office of Management and Budget, Matthew Veith, has stated that the use of federal resources to support what he described as Marxist equity and other progressive policies is a misuse of taxpayer funds. This funding pause is indicative of Trump's broader strategy to leverage federal power to advance conservative goals, including the suppression of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. As the legal battle unfolds, the implications of this funding freeze will be closely monitored, with many Americans eagerly awaiting the outcome of the upcoming hearing scheduled for Monday. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.